Gennady Golovkin vs Daniel Jacobs, GGG still undefeated after 12-round bout against the Miracle Man. Gennady Golovkin outlasted Danny Jacobs in an exhausting 12-round defense of his middleweight titles Saturday night. Both fighters are knockout artists, yet this one went the distance, the first time GGG has not had a KO in 24 fights, and his first time going 12 rounds. The Kazakh won 115-112 on two judges' cards and 114-113 on the other. The Telegraph had it 114-114. In the toughest fight of his stellar career, Golovkin often was stymied by Jacobs changing to a left-handed style. But the series of hard rights throughout the bout were enough, barely, to bring his record to 37-0. Daniel did a very good job, Golovkin said. Daniel is my favorite fighter. I can't destroy him. He didn't, unlike so many other opponents who felt the fury or GGG. I thought I won it by at least 2 rounds minimum, said Jacobs, nicknamed Miracle Man after he overcame bone cancer in 2011-12 to win 10 straight fights. I did feel like I had to win the 12th round to make sure. He won it on 2 of the 3 cards, but it wasn't enough, perhaps because he was knocked down in the 4th round, which went to Golovkin 10-8 on all 3 cards. Still, with Madison Square Garden reverberating from chants of Triple G or Jacobs, no one could be sure of the outcome right until the final punch. Jacobs is 32-2. Golovkin holds onto his belts and took Jacobs' WBA middleweight title. Golovkin, a world champion since 2010, is 5-0 at the Garden, which he calls his second home. But Jacobs, from Brooklyn and, oddly, a representative of the competing arena the Barclays Center, tested him more than anyone has. Golovkin keeps his WBC and WBO crowns. The IBF belt was not at stake because Jacobs skipped that organization's fight day weight. On the horizon for GGG could be that elusive meeting with Canelo Alvarez if the Mexican wins his fight in May against Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. Of course I am ready to fight Canelo, of course I want that fight, Golovkin said. I am like an animal for that fight. But there's another option, GGG admitted. I will give Danny Jacobs a chance for a rematch. Earlier, Thailand's Kit Sorangvai stunned previously unbeaten Roman Chocolatito Gonzalez, knocking down the Nicaraguan in the first round, blooding his face with an unintentional headbutt in the third, then winning a majority decision for the WBC Superflyweight Championship. Even though Sorangvai was docked a point in the 6th round for another headbutt, there were several in the brutal bout, he never backed off. He relentlessly attacked the cut over the right eye of Gonzalez, who clearly was hampered by the blood streaming down his face. The challenger carried a fight in the eyes of the judges through the latter rounds. In only his second fight outside Asia, Sorangvai improved to 42-1 with 38 knockouts. Gonzalez, considered one of the best pound-for-pound fighters in the sport, is 46-1. One judge had the fight even at 113-113. The other 2 gave the tie the nod 114-112 in the action-packed bout. A sellout crowd at Madison Square Garden vigorously booed the decision. The AP had it 115-113 for Gonzalez, who has held some sort of world title since 2008. Gonzalez went down from a hard right to the body in the opening round, but he then took charge, even after his face turned to a bloody mask in the middle rounds. However, Sorangvai landed enough punches and moved well enough to keep in it. And then, despite being outpunched decisively, with Gonzalez landing 441-284, the tie got the surprise decision.